Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. I'm going to carry on with the Mother Goose fairy tale video that I did the other day. But of course, I found another pile of books, and I also did something that we're always encouraged to do, which is shop our stash. So as I was getting things ready for the recent garage sale, I went through all the toys, and along with kid toys, there were also kid books. So some of these are, either belong to my son or daughter. And so now they're fair game. This is as cute as can be. And I was given this when my son was born. And I mean, I will take it apart because it's so cute. A Baby Says Love. So this would have been a Carlton Cards book, and from, 100 years ago. This is, of course, a smaller little golden book, The Three Billy Goats Gruff. Oh, Hillary's name is there. So this obviously belonged to her. I'll add it to my collection. Beatrix Potter. I mean, there are millions of copies of this stuff in the world, and I've got my share of them. Now this, again, I guess I should be trying a little harder to protect our personal information. This, okay, The Little Folded Hands, Prayers for Children. This is copyright 1959, and it has some cute little illustrations in it. I haven't seen this thing in years. $1.70 back in the day. So we're making good time here. Now this was, I probably bought this for the grandkids. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse activity book, word search puzzles. So I doubt that anybody did a single puzzle. Now I know that Brenda sometimes uses these sorts of puzzle books to make mini collages. So that's something to try there. Now this one, On the Go Gamepad. The paper cure for, what kind of minds? Sorry. You can see I sprang $1 for this. Restless Minds. Okay, so tic-tac-toe, hangman, dots and boxes, fortune teller, and categories. And I don't think there's anything missing from here either. But of course I can use this, excuse me, to, look how cute the tic-tac-toe pages are, to today might be your lucky day, blah, 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 as signature pages. And hangman, who doesn't love that? Or fold it creatively and put it in a pocket. Oh, and of course there are instructions there as well. Okay, let's keep going. Now this one I have to have a closer look at because one of the baby books I'm doing, somebody very creatively tore their name out of there, is in fact one of the new babies that was born is a little sister. Now, does that mean, I don't know if the older sibling though was a girl or a boy. Why did I just assume they were it was a girl? I might have to clarify that. Although this is kind of non-gender specific. Anyway, let me put this with baby stuff. Okay, The Scarecrow's Wedding. Julia Donaldson. Tiny little book, but look how cute it is. Oh, see, and I've been forgetting. I can get behind that. I forgot. I've been forgetting to look at where these books are made, because of course, you know, that affects things. They've got half the globe listed there. First published in the UK. Okay, here's a little golden book, Bugs Bunny Pioneer. I don't know who this belonged to. I might have picked it up at a thrift store. Those guys are kind of cute. The books will get progressively more exciting as we go along. Let me reassure you. Hopscotch, the Tiny Bunny. Now again, if I've shown you this recently in a haul video, forgive me. 1991, and this is a golden book. So, if you love rodents, look how darn cute that is. My goodness. But we know rabbits tend to have big families. Look how cute. Those wild raspberries. That might have to be a cutter. Okay, now look at this. Nursery Rhymes, illustrated by Maud Humphrey. Hey, Maud Humphrey. Did we see one like this the other day? Of course we did. It might have been a larger format. I'm going to have to check that out. It might have been a bigger book. Except on that cover, wasn't it Little Bo Peep who was all teary-eyed? Because, you know, the sheep thing. Let's find that illustration, then we'll know for sure. That's her. She was on the other cover. US. Okay. Blink, A Strange Book for Children by Sean. I don't know how you say that guy's last name. This is a Canadian publication. And, you know, kind of offbeat illustrations. So I always like things that are different. Cool, 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 cool. Now, this is a Robert Munsch book, Love You Forever. And this was sort of the thing that, you know, it was not uncommon to get this when you just had your baby, because it just is so incredibly sweet. Probably time to read it again. This kid is driving me crazy. About to throw the watch in the toilet. Oh dear. Okay. A Sunshine Storybook, Best of Friends. Nice end papers, I must say. So few pages, though. So few pages. Look at what a skinny little book. So I think, didn't I show something like this in the last video? So I must have a twin or a sibling to this book. These are so cute. So, so cute. And the nice part is you don't have to choose which illustrations you use. I guess this was when a kid was able to read. 1986, Singapore. This is when children were able to read, you know, like a whole page of text. Okay, Alexander, who's not, Do You Hear Me? I Mean It, Going to Move. Judith voiced. I'm not sure you say that. Of course, she's written adult books and some very, you know, best-selling type things back in the day. I knew her as an adult writer long before I knew she was doing kids' books. So this looks like it was 1995. Excuse me, US. So, oh, see, and if Sandy was looking at this, she'd say, well, that's waiting to be watercolored. This is a great book, though, because of the landscape orientation. I might have to put, I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this with my watercolors right, well, as soon as this video's over, so that I remember to do that. Because otherwise, you know, oh, here's another book by the Goodbye Book. 1988. So I haven't read these books, so I don't know. Is there a recurring theme that she's dealing with? Kids always negotiating. Don't go until you read me one more book. Okay, have a book. A ball? Cool. Cool. Okay. This one looks like it's going to be fun. I Can Believe in Myself by Miriam Laundrie. Pictures by Jennifer Zulich. And there's an endorsement by Jack Canfield. And we know he's no slouch in the personal development kind of field. The smell of ink is so strong. Jeez, what did they print this with? Certainly I can use some of these classroom pictures on those school journals that haven't even started. Hang in there, I'll get there. I have so much good stuff. Okay. Carl Makes a Scrapbook. Did I just show this one? Oh, you know what? I just got this one. You haven't seen it yet. I thought it was cool. Again, let's find out what the year is. 94. Printed in the US of A. Oh my goodness, the smell of ink. Again, it's overpowering. It seems to be getting into my throat. Oh, this isn't the one I thought it was. But look at how cool. Like, let's start a kid scrapbooking sooner rather than later, right? Oh, maybe it is so there are these actual photos. Now, I don't know what the story is here, but it's a combination of photos and illustrations. Stuck to the dog's tongue. Oh my goodness. I need a laugh. I did finish. Now, if you could see myself, I will be crossing myself. I did finish, I stopped. Look at this dog's hind end. I did stop lotting books for the sale. Oh, let's show this garbage to light one first. 188 lots. And I have burnt up brain cells and sore muscles to prove it. I still have to deliver them, but I've done the lotting up, the bagging or boxing, and have written the descriptions. Now, Dennis Lee, I'm not sure if he's still alive. This would have been written back in the day. 70s. Oh, he was born in 39. so he could very well be gone. 1977 was the date. Anyway, Canadian poet, and he wrote I guess his more famous book was Alligator Pie. But, you know, there's sort of nonsensical and cool illustrations, so you gotta love it. Look at how good that table looks. I guess that is the title. This is the poem that the book is named for. But you know, it doesn't take much to impress kids. Talk about Smelly Fred, and you're gonna win some kids over just with the title. Cool. Cool. Anyway, so I expect once I've got those books delivered that there will be some, you know, the reason I have this cloth here is because I couldn't clean up fast enough, or chose not to because I'm in the throes of those baby books. So you just drape fabric over it. Okay, how long have we been at this? We're only about half the pile. 5-minute teddy bear tales. A treasury of sleepy time stories written by Nicola Baxter, illustrated by Jenny Press. Oh, some artiste worked on the end papers. And there. I don't know. I guess as a high school kid, I probably doodled in textbooks, you know, like most other kids of that time and era or age. But I honestly, I didn't deface books and didn't allow my kids to. 1998. Printed in Italy. La-di-da. Okay, so cute bears. Of course, it's all about bears, so it's going to be page after page of bears. And I like these books that I like most of them anyway, regardless of how it's done. But I especially appreciate when the illustrations are sort of spread out far enough that you can, you know, I can probably get these paint cans and this and not really miss anything on this side. And a variety of sizes always helps. Some of those books that are very big, oh, look at this, how nice would that be? Some of those books that are very big with full, you know, wall-to-wall illustrations, about the only thing you can reasonably do is turn it in a page into an envelope, because there's just, the scale is not right for most sized journals that we do. So, you know, I would say this is a book to, well, I like all of these books. Show me a book I don't like. You know, but again, I hope I'm lingering on the covers long enough for you to make notes in case you want to sort of create your own wish list or your on the hunt for list. Okay, I'm going to bring another few more onto the deck. This one is called Bedtime Stories. Enid Blyton's. A bedtime collection of 3 timeless fairy tales. So for those among you who like dragons and wizards and things like that, well, let me first look at the date. 1994, printed and bound in Italy. And look at these beautiful fairies. So, wizards, dragons. Of course, you need a cauldron of some sort. How can you do a ocean if you don't have that? Very sweet. And the paper feels so nice. These would be beautiful to cut out. I mean, well, the pages are lovely, and of course you can easily make them into a, hey, that's a lady slipper. You can make them into a signature page with in the blink of an eye, because they're perfectly sized. Okay, so 3 stories: Whiskers and the Wizard. Oh, I'm gonna have a witch. Let's find out what this one is. There was a color change. Okay, the Magic Sweet Shovel. That would be cool to cut out. Look, licorice all sorts. And then this one is The Adventures of the Toy Ship. Again, very simple illustrations, but look how nice those cattails are. And butterflies and little kids. So again, this one is called Bedtime Stories, Enid Blyton. That's the cover. Oh, the cover is the same. Okay, now we'll make a pile on the floor as we go through these. This one, you can tell, is older. It's Mother Goose and nursery rhymes. 1964. Wood Engravings by Philip Reed. Oh, have I been in this book before? That's another good reason. I mean, that was another payoff from going through most of my bookcases, but not all, is that I found books that I had that I had sort of started taking apart or had removed images. I don't like to do that because obviously it's easy to forget where you left off. I wouldn't want to sell a book with missing pages. There's a definite tone and mood to these illustrations, but the paper is lovely. And they're a good size, you know, these guys would fit on a journaling card. Oh, something's done here too. And there. Look how cool that shoe is. Okay, did I tell you? 1963, US of A. Okay. You never have too much Mother Goose, as you've clearly figured out. Now these illustrations look vintage. Oh, and they are. Robert Frederick Publishers. This edition, copyright Robert Frederick Publishers, first published 2003, all rights reserved. Printed in China. Aye, aye, aye. So I wonder, you know, something, this looks like an ink stain or something. Do you see that on the edge of those pages? But of course it doesn't interfere with anything because the pages are huge. But it's beautiful. Love the you know, sepia colored little illustrations along the page edges. The border around these full page ones. But again, you know, I can sort of momentarily refresh my memory when I show you these things. But honestly, unless a person does something with them, it's very easy to forget what you saw where, and of course grab for the thing that is the most convenient, which would be fussy cuts that are stashed in my children's pouch. But yeah, very clearly vintage. Oh, I hope you didn't hear the dryer. That's another thing as this book thing finally winds itself down. Now, wouldn't you say that those should be out of, should be in the public domain? I don't see any accrediting of sources, which is kind of annoying. Like, surely the guy can't be claiming that he has copyright over something that's in the public domain, because we know we've seen these things before. Anyway, it's a beautiful book. So you might want to add that to your list, or at least keep an eye out in case you come across one. This one is called the Full Color Fairy Tale Book. 20 fairy tales edited by whoever R.C. Scriven is, and 38 full color illustrations by Andrew Skilleter. No. Okay, that is Roman numerals. 1974, manufactured in Italy. Again, the paper feels lovely. So this obviously is directed at older readers because there's a lot of text and fewer illustrations. But the ones that are here are lovely. If you need a knight, there you've got him. How about a carriage made out of a pumpkin? How about a cat lapping up milk? A golden goose. And of course, if a person fussy cut this beanstalk, you could use it for in any application. It doesn't have to be a kid's book because no one would know. That is lovely. Cool. Okay, this next one, and then we're going to hit some really exciting ones. Okay, Chicken Soup for Little Souls. I didn't know that this kind of a series existed. Of course, Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen became gazillionaires with their Chicken Soup for the Soul series. And I was actually at a personal development kind of thing where Mark Victor Hansen was one of the presenters. So he, of course, told the story about how they began. No publisher would take them on. I think they, if I'm not mistaken, they were so convinced it was a good idea, they printed some themselves and then were flogging them around the country, trying to sell them. I have to say, just from presentations that I've seen, I prefer Jack Canfield to Mark Victor Hansen. Just a personal opinion. Okay, 1997. Where, pray tell, was this printed? It's, printed in Mexico in the fine print. See, I was going to say Florida, but no, that's where the publisher is at. But so again, if you want a multi-generational, some imagery, there's grandma, mom, and kid. Pretty large illustrations, though. I am going to be doing a video. Number one, because I'm behind the 8 ball and don't have enough videos done. But also to show you the progress I've made on the baby books. And because I'll do this in 2 more batches. you know, some of you come up with some pretty good ideas occasionally for what I should do next. So at this point, because I've been preoccupied, I haven't, I'll just turn this, I'll show you the back cover because I have the kid's name there in front, but I used a baby quilt for all the covers, so it's going to make it a bit of a challenge putting some sort of a topper on there, but when I get back into gear, I'm sure something will come to me, and perhaps you guys will make a brilliant suggestion. Okay, this is called the Music Box Book by Sid Skalski. And you can tell it's old, 1946. First edition, printed in the U.S. Look at how pretty. Oh, all these cute little things, of course, in that hot pink, are very nice. Some black and white. Some color. Paper feels great. Color. Color. These are so cute. Ah, okay, because they're talking about a music box, so this is like the Nutcracker suite here. The Bartered Bride. Beautiful. Anyway, okay, we're getting close to the end, people. Jane Hissey. I wonder if that would have been an easy name to have. Same, and it's just in mint condition. Look at that cute book plate. Oh, apparently this woman also had a 40-episode animated television series of old bear stories. Let's see what we can find out. Oh, it's going to be at the back of the book. Have you ever seen sweeter end papers? I defy you to tell me you've seen sweeter end papers. That guy with his paws over his eyes. Okay, what have we got here? Printed in China. 1986 was the first publication in Great Britain. And then this one was 2019. Look at me just doing those Roman numerals. Second nature. Very beautiful. I have some lovely teddy bear images. I haven't been motivated to this point to do a teddy bear journal, but it is pretty sweet. Okay. Children's Illustrated Dictionary. Now, I'm going to have to get serious about finding some image. Okay, I have these notes taped up here. So for this one baby, the mother is an accountant. That's with the little sister thing. She likes baking. The father likes the Oilers and curling. Then with the other kid, they're farmers. They like biking and fitness. So I should be looking for bike imagery or fitness imagery. So this, okay, I didn't tell you anything about it. 2002, printed in Canada. Children's Illustrated. So these are pretty cool. Okay, and then this other book that I showed you. So Mom was a ballerina and an accountant, and Dad is a chemist. Well, I've got beakers and test tubes on my mind, but have I, in all my travels and all those books I've touched in the last few weeks, have I come across any science type images? No, not at all. Thank you for asking. Okay, The Children's Treasury of Verse. This too is another big, beautiful book. Printed in Singapore. Thank you for making it so easy to find that. And it is $19.99. So who is Patricia Ludlow? Well, so she's the illustrator. Oh, I think I might have shown this quite recently because I remember sort of drawing my attention, your attention, to the fact that this is, it would be easy to turn those into, you know, a journaling card because it was laid out so beautifully. You know, if I had a nickel for every cute little baby image that I've seen lately, I'd be loaded. Butterfly's ball. She seems to be pretty versatile because you can do animals and people and everything in between. The Children's Treasury of Verse, illustrated by Patricia Ludlow. Okay, this is the last one of the modern ones, and then I have 3 old-timers to show you. Fairy Tale Treasure Trove, illustrated by John Patience. This book is not in great condition, which always makes it easier to, paper feels great. Oh, printed in Russia, that's a first, but no year. Love those end papers. Love images of people reading. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. A lot of rich colors. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Would that be a town crier, perchance? Pied Piper of Hamlet. That would be the Beanstalk guy. Just, I mean, they're so beautiful. And, you know, we have to, well, I guess the method, I mean, the madness there, or the MO there, is capture the attention of kids. The color and movement, and some of us have never grown up. Okay, now we're going to end with these 3 old books. And I completely forgot I had them. In fact, this one book I don't even remember ever owning. And of course, because the spine is off, I would never have seen it. I mean, whatever. Blackie is a British publisher. I'm not sure if they're still around, but they have done. So I must have done some research at one point and found it was 1930s. Now these books these Blackie books tend to have kind of pulpy, almost paper. This one is a combination of some beautiful watercolor type illustrations as well as black and white. And this publisher is notorious for not putting years on, so I don't know how I figured that out. I might have Googled it or something. I guess the good news is, though, that if it was published in Europe, then theoretically I could sell it at a live sale or put it in my Etsy shop or whatever. Now the covers tend to take a beating, I think, well, partly because it's so old and probably directed at children. Trying to outrun the rain at the farm. We finally got rain, I must say. Pretty grateful for that. So the grass will turn green again. The crops will be saved for the time being. And of course the weeds will do what weeds do. Look how cute. Got that little bird eating out of her hand. So, I mean, this is a great, great book. Blackie and Son, London and Glasgow. Oh, it does say printed in Great Britain. But again, kind of a beat up. Well, and here's an ink stain. But I just love these books. And I have several of, now this one, clearly this has had some repairs done to it. What would happen if I peeled this off? Why can I not grab it? Oh, I end up with sticky stuff. Okay, this is Aesop's Fables, 1932. Now this paper is even more, well, it's thick and it is patinaed. The illustrations are, well, I mean, they're pretty basic because those fables were pretty simple in nature and short. Thought I saw, okay. Edwin Noble, his illustrations are typically always done that way, like in two parts. Sort of, I guess, a bit of his, I don't know, style, claim to fame. But these papers, like, you surely do not need to back any of these. But, you know, again, it's one of those things that, why am I just keeping it on my shelf? I should be taking it apart, or I should be selling it, or I should, you know, do something. I think if these guys would have done better covers, they might have, you know, it's just like chipboard. But maybe that was the best we could do in the 30s. And then this one, look, whoops, almost revealed the mess beneath. I don't remember where or when I got this. I don't know what I paid for it. Children's Guide to Knowledge. Cover is hanging on by the skin of its teeth. I don't know if I was able to find anything about this. Cool cover. And it's, you know, it's kind of a nice size. Hey, look. Beakers. Flasks. Let's see if we have anything back here that would give us an inkling of what is going on. Nope. 546 pages. So it looks like these are, okay, I guess it's better reading guide to the parents of children who read this book. So there's this space, like solar system, space exploration. But did we find a date? Maybe that page is me. Yeah, there's probably a page or two missing here that would have given us some info. Anyway, calculating machines, refrigeration, plastic, the automobile. So it's basically inventions. Sewing machine, typewriter. Okay, gunpowder, the wheel. Okay, so this section is inventions. Now, are these the world people? Peoples. This is maybe government or kind of the parts of society. So you can tell by that truck that this is old. That guy's haircut. Thought I saw a lady here that was kind of gives away the age of this thing. Looks like late 30s, early 40s. But of course, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Okay, what is this? Science. Hey, I could cut this out. If I decided to chop up this book, I would hate to do that, though. Peekaboo. Cities of the world or Europe or what? Cities of the world. Wow. Canada got one whole mention. Mind you, I guess I shouldn't complain. Looks like everyone else only got one thing. Paintings. Eiffel Tower. So these are like, you know, the wonders of the world. Visiting the UN. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. Trees. Do you remember? Well, some of you would remember when I did those tree journals. Oh, look how nice this is. Peony. Flowers and plants. So this is what? Fish. Do they give fish their own category? Fish, shellfish, and what else? Reptiles. Insects. Butterflies, bees, bugs, and other insects. What a beautiful page this is. Look at how that green foliage just pops against that red background. And that beautiful bird. Wow. Oh, peacock. Oh, yes. I think the decision has been made. I will have to take this book apart, use that chemistry stuff, take the peacock, put it with my peacock stuff. I've got some farm animals here. I could do without those white mice. Is there a bull? Oh, no, Gertie. I love this book. Again, don't know the date. I could Google it, I suppose, but anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this rather quick look down memory lane and this introduction perhaps to some books you've never seen before. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your attention. your subscriptions, your thumbs up, and your comments. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.